Hello, welcome to Kevin's Corner, where truth is diligently sought, deliberately taught, and dauntlessly defended. My name is Kevin Probst, and today on April 18, 2026, I want to spend a few minutes discussing how Jesus had to cope with family members and close friends who rejected him and failed to believe. In John 7, verses 1 through 5, Jesus stays in Galilee because the religious leaders in Judea are seeking his life. Yet, at the same time, his own brothers are pressuring him to go public, to prove himself at the Feast of Tabernacles. Their words reveal something sobering. Even those closest to him did not believe. After these things, Jesus traveled in Galilee, for he did not want to travel in Judea because the Jews sought to kill him. Now, the Jews' Feast of Tabernacles was at hand. Galilee was in the north and Judea in the south. And in Judea, Jesus wasn't just unpopular, he was a target. But his time had not yet come. The Feast of Tabernacles was one of three major Jewish feasts, along with Passover and Pentecost. It celebrated God's provision during Israel's wilderness journey, and in many ways, it was a lot like our national Thanksgiving. But instead of reverence, Jesus received pressure from his own family. Depart from here and go into Judea. If you do these things, show yourself to the world. Well, on the surface, it sounds supportive, but it wasn't. It was skepticism dressed as advice. For even his brothers did not believe in him. Now think about that. They lived with him, they saw his life, they witnessed his miracles, and still they didn't believe. Now, Jesus grew up in a real family, and after his virgin birth, Mary and Joseph had other children, James, Joseph, Judas, Simon. Imagine growing up in the shadow of absolute perfection. Every word, every action, flawless. Familiarity didn't produce faith. It bred blindness. His brothers weren't concerned about his mission. They were thinking in terms of influence and recognition and power. If you're really the Messiah, prove it. Go to Jerusalem. Make a name for yourself. But Jesus didn't come to build a platform. He came to fulfill a promise. And this is exactly what he meant when he said, "A prophet is not without honor except in his own country, among his relatives, and in his own house." And the tragedy is this. They had front row seats to the Son of God, and they missed him. They saw water turned to wine. They saw the sick healed. They saw his authority over nature, and still they doubted. But that's not the end of the story. After the cross, after the resurrection, everything changed. In Acts 1:14, his brothers are found in the upper room praying. And James, once a skeptic, becomes a pillar of the early church, a leader in Jerusalem, the writer of the Epistle of James. What familiarity obscured, grace restored. It is possible to be close to Jesus and still not know him. Proximity does not produce faith. Exposure does not guarantee belief. There are people today who have heard hundreds of sermons. They've sat through countless services and still have never truly surrendered to Christ. Knowing about him is not the same as believing in him. His brothers are proof. You can grow up around truth and still miss it. But they are also proof of something greater. No one is beyond the reach of grace. And what familiarity once destroyed, grace can rebuild. And so the question is not, do you know about Jesus? The question is, do you believe in him? And if his own brothers could go from doubt to faith, so can you, right now. Thank you so much for taking time from your busy day and allowing me to share with you from Kevin's Corner. Please help me share truth with others by liking and sharing this video. Also, please subscribe to Kevin's Corner on YouTube and Substack. And until next time, live bravely and courageously.